93. So
Yep, true.
And the stick shift worked just as poorly.
Actually, I could change gears without the clutch. That's how smooth it was.
Ooh,
Like if I had the rev match just perfect,
not
I could just
recommend.
put a little weight of my hand on it and it would just go right in. Too good, man.
For all those vaping in your STIs, do not do that.
Yeah.
Do not recommend.
Actually do it.
Yeah. If you
Get
could.
yourself a stage 2 clutch when you're done.
Yeah. Which is funny because I never had to replace the clutch in that vehicle. Well, no, that's actually not
Because
true.
It never existed in the first place, and I always had a rev match perfectly.
I did have to get a new cable at some point, like in the
Clutch
later
cable,
years.
yeah.
Yeah, but yeah. So that junker got me around. So so because of that, it had a bench seat with only 3 seats. So I was borrowing my mother's vehicle all the time. And for this day, I had to borrow my mother's vehicle, which happened to be like a '99 Jeep Wrangler, like the classic CJ style or whatever that was at that time.
But all girls love those. So it should've been
Correct,
perfect.
yeah.
Jeep fans, do not correct him on whatever model it was if it wasn't the CJ.
Yeah.
YJ, CJ, XJ, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
JC for Jesus Christ. Bless up.
Okay, so I remember we were already talking in the. This girl went to my own high school, but I met her through MySpace. I did not know she existed until I found her on MySpace.
Whoa.
And that's for all those people that go to big cities. You're like, yep, that makes sense. But we went to a very small high school. Like the fact that I had not run into her at that point.
When we
was
graduated, I
actually
believe it was like 900 throughout our whole school.
Yeah,
I
our
think
class
something
was
like that.
200.
Our class was
or something.
212 or 206 probably is who graduated. Or
Yeah,
200.
yeah.
Solid 12 didn't graduate at all.
So we were already talking a little bit, and I remember she told me there was like an ultimatum to this first date.
Whoa,
She's
that's
like,
a good start.
No, because it was like at first she agreed, and she's like, "Yep, this is the right day, and we can do it." And then when it
You
got
said you were how old?
16,
Damn, my schedule's not that booked even now.
well, it was like she had
Sports or
and
some shit,
yeah,
yeah,
like
nice.
family stuff, and she's like divorced parents, so she had like a weekend with her mom, and she had a weekend with her dad, so like things
Yeah.
had to line up right. And then we agreed. I think it was around Valentine's Day. It was like somewhere in February. So it was supposed to be just me and her, but.
Mhm.
And then her mom was like, the only way you can go is if you take your 2 little sisters with you.
Rip.
Yikes.
So I took her 2 little sisters.
Absolutely did. You absolutely did. That's why you had to get the Jeep.
For this movie called Push, which was about like
Ooh.
teenagers that had like some like...
Premarital sex.
No, they had like...
It's like some type of power. Like
yeah, some
something
powers.
that-
Yeah, they're like telekinetic powers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, it
Oh, that's
was...
a solid movie.
Yeah, I think it
Push
probably...
movie review next year.
It probably didn't receive as much hype as it should have.
Yeah.
It was pretty good.
I think there were some big movies coming out at the same time. I think might have
Yeah,
pushed
probably.
it to the back
Big
burner.
blockbusters, yeah.
Yeah.
So this was like what, circa 2008?
Yeah, somewhere in there. Somewhere.
A lot
yeah.
of big movies are
Yeah,
coming out around.
Yeah.
Probably the Transformers movie at some point.
Oh yeah, probably. Yeah, so I remember we went to the Michigan City movie theater, the 14, not the Sand Dune one or whatever, Dunes Plaza or whatever the hell that one was.
The fancy one.
Yeah, we went to the
The new one.
the new.
The old one wasn't open then, still, was it?
It might have been.
I don't think it
Or
was.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't remember when that place.
2008, man. That was some years ago.
I mean, I went to see Two Towers at the Dunes one. So.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah.
I think I saw Return of the King there.
Oh, okay. All right.
That was,
Woo.
what, 2003? So, yeah, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. I don't remember the whole instance where I was sitting there. I don't remember the specifics purely because exactly what I was saying before. I was sitting there just thinking about nothing else but other than should I move my hand?
Do I whip my dick out now or?
I was just thinking the whole time. I'm thinking,
Will these sisters tattle on me or no?
Hold on, big toe.
Can I move my hand like 3 inches to the left and reach for her? Probably not.
Like physically,
And then the
can
little
I?
girl is like, "Ew, what are you doing?"
I'm telling mom.
They were like 6 or 7, so they were like probably.
And then a 6-year-old hand comes over your right hand, and you're like, wait a second. Is this double dipping?
It was. Yeah, I don't remember much of that actually. After that, I just remember those specifics.
I blacked out with fear.
Yeah, probably, dude. Probably. I know that I went on to date her for like a month or 2 or something like that.
Classic high school
Long
relationship.
time, yeah.
Yeah, real rock solid. But it was that date in particular. I just remember just being completely disappointed with me having to bring those kids along.
Absolutely. Because, so much would have happened if they weren't.
Oh
there,
right.
right?
You
You would have
been
really
already-
made the move.
Yeah, if it wasn't already crippled.
You wouldn't have had romance paralysis if those two weren't there. Oh god, we were fucking terrible. Ugh. We've gotten better though, right?
No, I'm still the same way with first
Yeah.
dates. If it's my first date with you, I'm sorry. For future girlfriends, I'm sorry.
Future girlfriends.
I may come off confident, but I'm not.
If I went on a date with you and then I just kind of moved into your apartment 4 years ago, I'm sorry.
What? Oh man.
Did I never tell you guys this story?
No.
Alright, so Christina and I started dating in April of 2015, and we were hanging out pretty frequently.
Mm-hmm.
But
Wait, was this during your Bed Bath & Beyond days?
Christina? No.
No. When this was happening?
No, they met when he started working at the
Yeah, we
realty.
were-
there.
Real estate
Okay,
people.
real estate. Okay.
So, yeah, okay, so one day, I was a new agent. I got my license in June of 2014, and I'm in there one day doing, whatever I was doing, and I had come in, like, the back door or something to my office, because I think I had to get a for sale sign or something, and I walk out into the front where the reception desk is, and Christina's sitting there with the secretary, and I was just like, whoa.
Boy, that's a hickey.
I started shaking uncontrollably, and my nose started running.
and you fell to the ground.
Mm-hmm. Well, so I introduced myself, and I was like, all about building this professional relationship with my new colleague, and she had just moved to the area.
Ooh.
So, right when we first,
Got her right up against the ropes.
well, right when I first met her, I went on one showing with her because it was a new stranger man that she had never met before, and sometimes when you're a woman, you get sexually assaulted or kidnapped or something.
Mm-hmm.
And so I did that, and it was fun. We got ice cream afterward.
Wait, after the sexual assault?
No, nothing happened. And then after that, nothing happened for like 8 months. We were dating other people, right, when we first met.
Sure.
And then so, my relationship ended, and we started hanging out. I think I was just really getting into fitness then, and so we were talking about running, and I was like, "Hey, you want to go for a run?" And she's
I'll
like,
chase
"Yeah,
you.
yeah." So we went in LaPorte. What was that? Stone Lake.
Mm-hmm.
There's a park and there's some trails.
Yeah.
So we went running on those one day, and then this other girl I was friends with, who I used to go to the gym with a lot, she So let me back up here. I worked at this gym in LaPorte as an
Oh.
assistant manager at the same time.
What? Really?
Yeah,
I did not know this.
yeah, I did that for like 6 months, and so, my other friend texted me and she's like, "Hey, you want pancakes?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm not there." So she left me pancakes, and then Christine and I went on this run, and we spent like a really long time together that day. And then we were sitting outside Kroger, which is a grocery store right next to the gym, and we ate pancakes like at night.
Of course.
And then so the
As,
next-
as you do on your first date.
yeah, and then, well, I don't know if that was really a date. 'Cause
Right.
I didn't make any move. And then, so the next day I was like, "Hey, you want to go running again?" And she's like, "Yeah." And then I made a move. And then so we started
Ooh.
dating.
Wait, but you were dating other people when this... Well...
No, that was over. So I don't know about Christina, but my end of it
But who
was-
cares?
Yeah, whatever. So anyway, that's how we started dating, and we were hanging out pretty frequently, and I'd spend the night at her apartment sometimes. I still live with my parents at this point,
Sure.
and then I started, I spent the night over there, and then I started spending like 2 or 3 days over there, and I'd go back to my parents' house for a few days.
Getting suck.
And and then one day, I had been over there for like 2 weeks or something.
Holy cow!
Yeah,
Alright,
or like 10 days.
this
And
is
she-
progressed.
Yeah, this is we were only dating for like 3 or 4 months, and I was just like over there, and she's like, "Are we just like living together now?" And I was like, "I guess so."
Sure.
And then I just never went home.
Tight.
And then we had dinner at my parents'.
So are you technically homeless then, or at this point, maybe?
I mean, I own this house.
No, not now.
The point of the story.
Oh,
You've just like abandoned your home, and she's kind of accepted you into hers. So like you're
Yeah.
just in this transition.
yeah. So she's like, "Okay, that's fine."
you,
cool.
you may sleep here.
Yeah. And so I'm there. I think I might have, stayed at my parents' house a couple more times after that.
Sure.
And then one day,
Just to transition them now, they had to get used to you being gone.
yeah, they didn't say much, but I'm sure they were like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then so maybe a month or so after that, I have been home. Pretty much none of the time, and we go to my parents for dinner, and while we're there, I'm like, "Oh, you know what? I should grab my computer, my
because
gaming computer."
I
and bring
just
it
wanted
over
to
there.
play it for this next night.
And so I'm packing it in the
next
car, and my mom's like, "You're really moving out now, aren't you?" And she started crying.
Oh,
That's how you know your mother knows you.
Yeah.
Wait, the computer's going? Oh, this is official.
Yeah.
She wasn't clued in by all of your clothes, your bed stuff, your
I
TV.
guess, yeah, I just started moving, I'd go home and then some more of my clothes would end up at Christina's, and then all of a sudden I had a drawer in her dresser full
Ooh,
of clothes.
That's how you know. That's how you. If she makes room for you in her dresser,
Hmm.
that's how you know, bro.
Yeah. And then we've been together ever since.
Do you have room in her dresser now?
Only 2 drawers, but it's an upgrade from before.
Yeah.
But you know what? I really only have enough clothes to fit into 2 drawers. Small, like, our closet, you probably can't see it on camera, is over in the corner there, and it's maybe 1/4 my clothes, and 3/4 Christina's clothes.
Maybe this is just society, or maybe this is just how things have changed, but let it note for the record, I cannot tell the difference between male and female clothes in this rack. Clothes have just gotten so androgynous at this point. There's just like a stack of flannel and button up, and they may all be his, they may all be hers. I'm not really sure.
True.
It is not obvious by looking at it. Mine's on the left side. I think where that plastic bag is to the left is pretty much where it starts.
Yeah, that side seems to have a little bit less pink.
Mhm.
That's a big ooh for me, dude. That's
I only own one pink shirt.
Oh, all of your clothes together doesn't even scratch how many clothes I have. That's your section is how much clothing I have just for wearing suits.
So, in some ways, we've gotten better. In some other people's cases, not so.
Oh, goddamn.
But you know what we've all got, what we've all always had? Crippling anxiety.
Moral of the story is, crippling anxiety is a real thing.
My good old pal is going nowhere.
Crippling anxiety awareness month. I demand that we have one. What color ribbon would that be?
Black. Because that's all I see. Black with blue dots, because that's all I can see.
I'm saying white with like that, like a sweat stain built in.
Off-white.
Off white with like a little bit of gray, like right underneath the ribbon hole.
I think it's beige with a ketchup stain.
All right, I think that
With
ends
that,
it for us
good
today,
night.
folks. All right, we hit a very
Wait, hold on.
49 minutes.
Doctor? Doctor? You never seen that old skit from Stooges? You ever watch Three Stooges? Yeah. Where they do something successful, they all shake each other's hands like 3 times over. They're like, doctor.
Did that feel good, or what's the story? What do you guys think?
Play some back, boy.